Hello, thanks for joining us again on the channel. I've always been curious about this one, and now that a friend picked one up, we can finally talk about it, his experience start to finish. Quick note before we begin, there's a discount link in the description and the top comment if you want to check it out. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details. So, this monochrome laser printer has been a surprisingly solid pick for someone like me who doesn't print all that often. I looked at inkjets first, thinking they'd be cheaper up front, but the long-term ink costs add up fast if you're not printing every day. With this, you get a much lower ownership cost, which is nice when you only need a handful of pages here and there. The setup vibe was not glamorous, but it was pretty straightforward. It wakes up quickly from sleep and is ready to go in what feels like no time at all, which is a big upgrade from some laser printers I've used that seem to take forever to wake up. The printing itself is fast, and so far I haven't had any paper jams or the dreaded multi-page pull. If you're like me and you don't need color printing, this thing just makes sense. It does color scanning up to 1200 dpi, which is handy when I want scans to be legible for documents, and it plays nicely with the Brother iPrint and Scan app as well as the Windows Scan app. So I've got options depending on what I'm on that day. Duplex printing is another win in my book because double-sided work saves paper, and so far it has worked reliably. A heads up though, duplex is the default, so if you want single-sided, you'll want to tweak the settings. There are a few caveats that you should be aware of. If you've mostly used inkjets, this printer will feel louder. It's not defective, it's just the nature of a laser printer when it's working away. When it's idle, it's quiet, which is nice if it sits near your desk. The wireless setup is where it can feel like a bit of a labyrinth. You'll end up installing an app on your phone and going through a whole routine to connect it to your network. It works, but it isn't as breezy as many modern devices. Firmware updates pop up and the process isn't super friendly either. You'll need to grab a password from a label on the back and wrestle with web interfaces to complete the update, which feels a bit old school and intimidating if you aren't tech savvy. On the software side, there's a lot of bloat. The iPrint and Scan installer tries to push offers for toner and adds background tasks you probably won't need, plus a marketing app that keeps trying to pop up. If you're patient and curious, you can disable or remove most of it without hurting the printer, but it does take some cleanup. I had a hiccup with a Mac driver issue initially, where printing was slow or would stall. Re-adding the printer and choosing the right driver, Secure AirPrint, fixed it, which is worth knowing if you're in the Mac camp. And the Wi-Fi light at night, it can be a bit bright, which is annoying if you're trying to sleep near it. My workaround has been to dim that annoyance, rather than mess with the network again. Bottom line, this is a solid, cost-effective choice for a black and white printer, especially if you print infrequently and want reliable duplex and decent scan quality. If you're comfortable with a bit of software cleanup and occasional setup fiddling, I'd happily recommend this one. That's everything for this one. Thanks for watching. I hope it helped or entertained you. Don't forget to check out the next video.